Hello, friends. I'm Vishu. As you already know, that I have a hobby of reading books, and every weekend I go through some of the books and some series sometime. So this weekend I've got the opportunity to see a series of comics called Tintin. Tintin is very well known character to everyone. Everybody knows who Tintin is. We have seen a Steven Spielberg film also on the adventure of Tintin. So today I will show you some of the collection of Tintin books, Tintin comics, but I'll introduce a little bit of Tintin while explaining about some of the books I have actually I have read all of them when few years back or when I was a child. And these this weekend I got really a good time with seeing going through all these Indian series. So I think that will also definitely be a good exciting look to you. So here the books are coming to you. Hope you would like it. Here I'm showing you the series of Tintin at one place. It's really a good opportunity to see all these comics together. So I'll take you through the title of these comics also one by one. First of all, I'll take the first title of the Tintin series, which is The Adventure of Tintin. He is a reporter. Everybody knows who is Tintin. Tintin is a reporter. He's very, enthusiastic reporter, and he always, put his best to solve different kind of cases. He travels to different places, and definitely he's kind. He sometime he's get fooled by villains, and but just because he has a good heart, he's, at the end he wins and he solve most of the mysteries at the through his adventures. So his adventures journey started with this title, The Adventure of Tintin, in the land of Soviet. He is traveling to different part of the globe and started his career. And this is not just a regular book. You can see the thickness of these books. This is one of the book which has double pages than all other series, all other title of the Tintin. And the most important thing that this was made by Hergé, Belgium artist in 1929, and it is black and white comic. It's very hard to find. One of the rare piece. I luckily had it, so I thought to definitely share it. This is the adventure of Tintin. So if you get time, definitely go through Tintin's every series. Every comic in the series is promising a good entertainment and great adventure in itself. So I'll take you through the other titles. Okay, you see, Tintin, Cigar of the Pharaoh. Definitely Tintin, as I told, that he travels to different countries. He happened to be in Misr also, and in the company of mummies, and he is solving a mystery around pyramids and all. Misr, and also to mention, he is a dog, Snowy, the dog. He is just not a single, a regular dog. He thinks, and the artist shows what he's thinking in the caption. In the brackets, he just do only bhau bhau, but he thinks something, and he's a thinking dog, and he's a friend of Tintin. They always go together, and mostly and thinking this thinking dog is full of entertainment. Okay, and sometimes he scares the bigger dogs than him. We will see in the comic, in the different series, that he has a comic timing. Every time he does something, it becomes very funny. And whenever he see some some bones, he forgets everything and rush to the bones. And sometimes he at the very adventurous time, at the very dangerous time, sometimes also he does actings like that he likes bones rather than anything. And sometimes he even get drunks. And this kind of activities make them full of laughter. Whenever you see, it is adventurous, it is laughter. Tintin and the Snowy. And also, if you see, there are other some characters also in the mummies. They are also friends of Tintin. I will tell about these characters also in coming series. Next title is Tintin the Blue Lotus. Tintin is on his adventure to solve the mysteries here and there, and you can see the dragon. He is definitely into some South Asian country, and he's again solving some mysteries. and sometimes he fights with those kind of villains who are not just humans. They are different species also, but he with his mindfulness, with his intelligence, common sense, quick common sense, and his tireless efforts, he always been able to solve all the missions. So this was the Blue Lotus. You can see Tintin and the dog. There are other friends also that will come into other series, other comics. The next title says Tintin, the Seven Crystal Balls. Here you can say some other characters also are also there. The main center is Professor Calculus. He's a scientist. He's actually a half deaf also. Whenever somebody says something to him, he doesn't listen properly. He listen almost half of the things, and then he repeats what he is thinking that he has heard. He never accept that he is deaf, but he's insisting on saying that I have understood all the things, and he keeps on doing some experiments and making some good things, sometimes some wonderful things also. He's a crazy scientist, but he's a friend of Tintin, and sometimes helps Tintin to solve his mystery. And sometimes he is just because he is a scientist, villains are after him, and his discoveries, sometimes wonderful discoveries. So Tintin and Professor Calculus, they always help on each other. So you can see two other characters also. One of them is a villain who we can see in two or three series, but this is Captain Haddock. This is a captain you will get to know in some other books. Who is Captain Haddock? He is captain of the ship. He is a sea marine life. I can say that he has spent all his life into seas and ships, and going into one place to another place. He likes rum. He likes to drink too much, and he loses his senses most of the times on the most dangerous time, just like Snowy going after Bones, and this character Haddock also going after the rum. He always go after the alcohol and get drunk on most of the dangerous situation, but he is very good at heart. He always try to help Tintin, and he is definitely one of the most laughable character of the series. So Captain Haddock, his pet dialogue is billions of blue blistering barnacles, thundering of thousand of thundering typhoons. He usually says this when he's into a voyage into a sea, but he is definitely the main best friend of Tintin, and helps Tintin to solve the mysteries. Okay, I'll take you to another title in the series is Tintin, the Land of Black Gold. You see here, the kind of picturization is there. Actually, let me tell you, apart from the first title, all the titles are colored. Different color, very good cartoons. But sometimes even a look of these cartoons give us take us into another world, which is definitely one of the best imagination. You see, the kind of picturization is there. The covers are promising. Definitely the stories are good, better, best is the form, good is the character, better is the picturization, and the I can say the art and the photography and the cartoons. And the best is the output. Whenever you're reading this, it is a promising read that you will have the best of your reading time. So go through this. I will take you to another title. Tintin, the Secret of the Unicorn. You just see here, unicorn was a ship. Actually, I have read most of the books, but I can't tell the stories of all the books. I can just show you the titles. So unicorn has was a wonderful ship so many years ago, and it somehow belonged to Tintin and the Captain Haddock's forefathers, and they have solved this mystery in this book, and they have gone into their pasts also. So Captain has a past, Tintin has a past, and their forefathers have been related to this unicorn ship. And in this title, they get the chance to explore their pasts instead of along with solving a mystery, because this is not just a ship. This is a kind of a map to a treasure, which is full of adventure situations. And I can say, you can see the bottle. Captain Haddock is in his drunk mode and having a sword just like a warrior. He's not a warrior. He's just a captain of the ship, but he acts like a warrior. and the Snow is usually there with full of his funny comic timings. And Tintin, as usual, the best of the situation handler is Tintin. So I'll take you to another title. Tintin, the Red Rackham's Treasure. So as we know that Tintin is into different adventures time to time. So he is into finding a treasure also at one times, and this time it is sea life. He has been into one man turbine, one man I can say a submarine which is made by Professor Calculus. He's into that submarine if you see properly, and Snow is also there. And you see Tintin's adventure in the sea life also. He has been to into different countries, but this time he has been to different environment. Okay, not on the land, but in the sea, and he's finding treasure. Definitely, there are so many characters also which are not on the cover page, but you will get to know when you will go through this book. I will take you to another title. This says Flight 714 to Sydney. And as we know that Tintin is a vagabond, Tintin is a traveling reporter. He's a reporter come detective because he gets the news of something, and whenever he finds some unusual thing, he finds out a mission into that, and definitely he tries to solve the mysteries as a reporter, and as a detective also, very brave. And he has friends. Captain Haddock is almost with him on all the adventures. And on the first nine titles, I think he was not there with Tintin, as I have read them. And after that, Haddock is there always. The Snowy is always there, and they are onto solving all the mysteries. I will take you to another title. It says Tintin and the Picaros. They are different kind of villains, as I told that he in his lifetime he has been facing different kind of villains, humans as well as not the mummies, but you can say in Picaros, in the pyramids, he finds some supernatural activities also. And you can see in this series Professor Calculus is already there in Picaros. Might be he is finding some of his discovery which is related to this pyramid in Picaros, and Tintin is exploring them. Tintin always discover them. Whatever the covers are there, Tintin remove them and show the reality in front of everyone. So this time they are running. Definitely Tintin doesn't have a habit of running, but whenever there is a danger of the life of for his friends, he has to run also. So he is not running just because he is fearful. He is running just because he has Professor Calculus, Captain Haddock, and Snowy, and he has to protect them also. So time to time he does things. So I better suggest you should go these titles once at least in your lifetime. I will take you to another title. The Shooting Star. Next comic in the series, The Shooting Stars. Again, I will tell you that again, this is not a human thing. This is not things that we face to face every day. This is related to aliens. The shooting star are some of the alien elements that has come from the space. And Tintin again is trying to solve something else, and encounters them. They are not the friend, they are not the enemies, they are on a island. The some I can say the island where no manual activities are happening. Tintin has got an option, unfortunately, to visit this island and getting going through these shooting stars. So whenever you will read them, you will understand about them. Snow is again with Tintin almost all the times. Another title is waiting for us. Tintin, the crab with golden claws. So as we know that Tintin is a traveler, detective, and the reporter also. He happens to be in Arab countries many a times. So the comic timings become funny because everywhere the situations are different, and the kind of lives are not there, not the same where Tintin lives. So and also he has Captain Haddock, who does lots of drinking every time, and this time also in Arab countries he is drinking, and he's creating a funny atmosphere wherein Tintin is there, and finding it very uh, difficult to face the situation, and keeping their friends along. Snow is already there on the camel, so he is traveling on the camel because this is desert area, and all the things which are happening over there, Tintin has to adapt to the same rules of the land. So Tintin, the crab with the golden claw. You should go through it sometime, and the title is there. King Ottokor's scepter. This shows some kind of a prison, and some people who are who are some guards of a king. Tintin happened to be with the king. He has to be in different times and different dynasties, so kings are always there in some of the book. And this book also, he's trying to uncover a I can say kind of spy. He's playing a role of a spy here, and King Otogar's factor will definitely take us into some world wherein kingdom is there, king is there, and the other ministers of kings are there. Tintin somehow makes a way, makes space for himself to uncover the mysteries of King Otogar's spectre. The wonderful title. Another title is waiting. Tintin, the Black Island. Adventure is the name of different situation when we go there, and when we find something which is not onto our capacities. It's always about checking the capacities, or to testing our patience. That becomes an adventure. And in Tintin's almost all the comics, we find a great adventure, this time at the Black Island. An island can be black, but usually there are greenery, so it happens to be green. There must be some secret on this Black Island. This could be dangerous, this could be mysterious, and maybe a very good wealth to the connecting nation. Tintin is there to discover this, and definitely this is one of the great adventure of Tintin. Next is in the queue, the broken ear. The ear, basically, we cannot say the ear can be broken, but if the ear belongs to a statue, definitely it can be broken. So here, the broken ear gives some clues to Tintin to go after that and find the reason why this broken ear was of a great importance. And we can see the people with him are not the usual colleagues. Only the Snowy and Tintin is there, but definitely within the book we can find Captain Haddock also, maybe Professor Calculus, and maybe some other characters. uh, I have not told you about two characters which I could not see on the cover. Those are the two full detective, Thompson and Thompson. Maybe they will come in some other title. So this title is all about the broken ear, the mystery of broken ear. The Castafiore Emerald. You say Tintin is there when a lady is doing the opera, and this lady comes sometime. This is also one regular character that has come in a few series. He sings like crushing all the you can say crushing almost everybody's ear. He is maybe the Belgium artist who has written Tintin, who is the maker of Tintin. He has never liked opera music, and he always laughed on this music. So he has introduced this character, the lady, as a laughing a musician. Whenever he does something, he sings something. There is some situation happen which can make us laugh. So this is not just a comedy book, this is an adventurous book, but it's full of comedy on almost every page, with different characters like Snowy, Haddock, and this time this lady. So cast of years emerald, definitely some very valuable emerald, or valuable some diamond or something else which is there in with the surroundings of the villains, wherein Tintin has to just not solve the mystery, but also have to face the different dangerous time to time with the comic timing of his supporting friends. Calculus affair. As we know, Professor Calculus is the friend of Tintin, and sometime in most of his some of his comics, he is there and invented something. This particular title is made on Calculus affair. Professor Calculus definitely, I think, get is there. You can see he might have made some great discovery or some good machines which is which some villain is trying to steal from them. But Tintin has to not only help his professor to save from the danger, and but also save the discovery or invention of the professor also from the villainous hands. So Tintin, we can see Haddock, Snowy, Tintin, Calculus is there. Calculus actually is not a strong person, but he is a scientist. He creates some very wonderful things sometimes. He's crazy though, but he's a friend of Tintin, and they always support each other. They help each other. So this calculus affair definitely is a kind of personal, missions for Tintin. Destination Moon. As I've told you that Tintin is a traveler. He travels to different part of the globe, sometime in the sea life, sometime in the air. But this time the destination is Moon. We talk about going to the moon. We have spoken about Chandrayaan. We have heard about that. But this time, in this character, Tintin has visited on the moon. We can see the rocket. And why Tintin is going to the moon? What is the, because he is not just going for travel. He always onto a mission. So this title is definitely one of the wonderful title I have ever gone through. This actually I have not read them in the series, but I still remember the kind of comic, the kind of story is there in Destination Moon, solving a mystery, going onto the moon. So Destination Moon definitely promise is a promising comic. If somebody has read it in a lifetime, he will become a fan of Tintin. So we can see Tintin, Haddock, Snowy, Professor Calculus. They all are coming together, and this guy, the Haddock, is in the suit also. He is normally a captain of the ship, but I think here on Destination Moon we'll be seeing his unknowingly he has become a very important, he plays an important role in moon mission also. So wonderful collection, wonderful piece in the series, Explorer on the Moon. So this is actually second part of the Destination Moon. There might be other comic also in the parts, but they somehow do not belong to each other. But these two comics definitely are incomplete without each other. So Explorer on the Moon means is the second part when they have reached on the moon. They are there. This is the land. This is not Earth. This is moon. Where they are. I think they are gone. You can see the dog is also wearing the space suit, full of oxygen and all, and they have micro some transmitters also, wherein they can connect to each other if they are lost. Definitely they are not lost. They are on the moon for a specific purpose. We can see Earth from the moon, and they are on the moon. So it's definitely take us into another world, not just the world of Tintin, but in the world of cosmic, the space world is there. So this is wonderful title. I'll go through and I'll read them again, all the books, but first I will finish the Tintin Destination Moon and the Explorer on the Moon. Wonderful series. Next title says Tintin and America. America is known to be the place of white people, but this is not. This is not North America. This is some part of America which are, where we can see the tribes people are there. You just look at their tribals. Tintin somehow reach there, and just because they don't understand the language of Tintin, and Tintin do not understand the language of these people, they have tied Tintin to and the dog also. I don't know why Tintin got stuck here, because I don't remember the story of this book, but this is a one of the promising, one of the funny book, because if people do not understand each other, they definitely, when somebody does something, the other person understand something else. So full of comic timing. This book is not in America. America is the land of the tribe, the part of America. This in this book is land of the tribe. Definitely, it will take us into another world, which is not the usual world, which is a different, adventurous world. Last book I have in the series, the last comic I have, is The Prisoners of the Sun. You know, sometimes the title says us something which we do not even understand. The Prisoner of the Sun means might be somebody who is escaped, or I can say not escaped, who is stuck in some place wherein the sun is not sun has never ever come over there in the dark world. So I really don't remember, because I have seen these comics after so many years. I am 45 now. I have read these books when I was even not 20. So you can understand, after 20 years or 25 years, it becomes very hard to remember the stories. But definitely each and every comics is in itself is a great read. And the value of the money and the time we spend on reading these books all are comic. You can see Tintin is there, Captain Haddock is there, and some other person, and Snowy is also is there. So and Snowy is holding a bone. Definitely these bone finding and doing activities after finding the bones is very very funny. So the prisoners of the sun. Maybe the prisoner we can see they are tired. Why they are tired and who they are. They are not the regular humans. They must be tribes. So they might be connecting to some other book also. But this was last I had. This is not the comic. This is something that take us in the world of art, which is called comic art. Tintin is there, but this comic actually takes us in a in a world wherein that the writer, the Hergé, the Belgian artist, has tried his I can say his art into the comic and the stories, the adventure, the last adventure. Basically, they are taking us into different kind of makings of a comic, how a comic is made, how the stories are made. Sometimes they does this kind of activity. This is actually not something, but they are actually we have heard about reading seeing the behind the scenes. Means whenever they are doing something, there might be something very funny happening, such like this. So that correct the artist has actually tried to uh, you know try to keep all his behind the scenes kind of figures together and put them into a work. This is called Tintin and the Alf art. So Alf art is something, you see these are rough work, and definitely a comics is not made overnight. And lots of efforts have to be made, and then it gets finalized. So definitely after before reading the Tintin, if you go through this book, you will get to know that it becomes really very difficult to even make a single page. And making comic and a series is definitely one of the wonder I can see in the lives of the writers and the cartoonists. Just see, these are not the final ones, but he had to remade, he had to do so many experiments, and then he finalizes something. And whatever he's finalizing is wonderful. So I'm just turning around the pages because this book has so many pages, but all of them are just like he has tried and what he has thought, and what are the timings when he found it very funny, or he got some idea. Because whenever he's doing something, he's getting some different ideas also. So all the ideologies are there. Anybody who is a cartoonist, or who loves comic, or who is really into you know who has a soul of that is get a soul that gets excited for comic. Definitely such all the person should read this book, Tintin and the Elf art. This is a wonderful, not just the comics but a collection. It's basically the kind of biography for Hergé, as I can understand. I will read that and I will see. So these are the books I had. I hope anybody who likes Tintin must be liking this video also. And just because I wanted to make a video, so I had made it. This is my hobby, and as you know that I want to speak whenever I'm thinking, without without any preparation, anything, anywhere, anytime. This is the kind of thing I want to do. That's why I make video. So thank you very much for your time.